Next up, Amanda Peet in a movie called Whipped. I like this movie. I saw it when it first came out. Good stuff. Good stuff. She plays a bitch in this movie, but it's still funny. Good stuff. Next up, for $2, I decided to go ahead and get it, and it's Wedding Crashers with Vince Vaughn and Luke Wilson. Owen Wilson, I'm sorry. I do that all the time. But it's the uncorked edition with longer, wilder. It's longer, wilder, and funnier. This movie was just okay. I liked more some parts more than others, but I really like Vince Vaughn in this. I just like Vince Vaughn overall. I was gonna get this for cheap on Blu-ray, but I always passed it up because I was like, it's really not something that I really have to have. But for $2, I'll go ahead and get it and give it a watch. Again, Christopher Walken is in this too, and he does a great job. It has 8.5 more minutes to leave the scenes behind the scenes, all sorts of stuff like that. Next up, a movie with David Spade in it called Joe Dirt. I don't know why I like this movie. It's really cheesy. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure, but I mean, you just got to end up liking it. I mean, it's just great. David Spade does a great job. He came, he cleaned, he conquered. It's just about this guy named Joe Dirt and his little adventure. There's some funny scenes, but it's all corny and cheesy, but still, I like it. Next up, for $2, double feature of Teen Wolf with Michael J. Fox and Teen Wolf 2 with Justin Bateman. Also very young. Both are widescreen, so that's great. Unfortunately, I can tell by it without even opening it because it says side A and B. It's a flipper disc. That's cool. Actually, I've never seen Teen Wolf 2, but I watched Teen Wolf when it came on TV back in the day. So I'll check out Teen Wolf 2 and see what's up. Next one I got because of the actors. It's National Lampoon's Last Resort, which I believe came out in the 90s with Corey Feldman and Corey Haim. Yeah, it came out in 1994. It's about Corey Haim and Corey Feldman at a resort, probably chasing chicks, that type of thing. Next up is the Ultimate Edition. I don't know if it's 2 disc. I don't think it's 2 disc, but it's the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, it is 2 discs, my bad. But it's the Ultimate Edition of Patch Adams. This is kind of an interesting. This is kind of interesting case. It's like a clear. It's 2 discs. It's the Ultimate Edition. Nice. I really like this design. It's really slim. It's not keep case size, but the first disc has a bunch of bonus features. Also has in widescreen. The second disc has some more bonus features, but also has it in full frame or full screen. So, but yeah, when this movie first came out, I cried in it. I'm not gonna. This is one movie that made me cry. I really like Robin Williams, even when he's doing dramatic roles like that, but he still can be funny, So, next up is the Deluxe Edition 2 disc of The Producers, the original. The what do you say? It comes with widescreen and full screen. The Producer, Mel Brooks, The Producers. With it also has Gene Wilder in it, so great. I don't know much about this, but I really like the one with Matthew Broderick in it. So Mel Brooks is awesome. So I just went for $2, the 2 disc. Had to get it. You know how it is. Like we saw earlier, this is the whole 9 yards with Matthew Perry and Bruce Willis. Very good movie, much better than the second one. The second one's okay. This also has Amanda Peet in it, and she shows off her titties. She's topless in this, which is awesome. But, I mean, people should know about this one, and if you don't, look up the trailer because it's pretty good. You should check it out. Next up is another guilty pleasure of mine that I just love watching. I've watched it probably like 6 times. I don't own it, which is crazy. But now I do for $2, and it's The Stupids. Very, very, I like this. I don't know what else to say about it. It has Jenny McCarthy in it for like 3 seconds, but of course on the back they're like, ooh, featuring Jenny McCarthy. Oh, God. But it stars Tom Arnold, and the guy's last name is Stupid, so it's Stanley Stupid, and it's with his family. He's with his family here. I don't know what this kid's name is, but he was also in like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I'm sorry, not Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Maybe it was. Maybe. One of the sequels, I think. Anyway, this is just a crazy, funny movie about... They're just not, like the title states, they're not too bright. And so they get into some mischief. But, I don't know why I like it. I just do. Like I said, I watched it 6 times on VHS. Back in the day, I used to rent it. And like a couple years ago, up to a couple years ago, I watched it. So, Let's get a drink real quick. Apple juice. Next up is a movie with Jack Nicholson in it. Cher, Susan Sarandon, Michelle Pfeiffer, The Witches of Eastwick. I rented this when it first came out on VHS. So, I don't remember what I thought about it. But I picked it up anyways. Just check it out again. I have 3 more here before I have to go get a whole nother box. That's crazy. I know it's crazy. I have a problem. Deal with it. Next up is a horror movie called The Last Supper. That's pretty cool. You see the decapitated head there in the plate with some wine around it. Flip this around. It's got the English dubbed and the original Japanese language, so obviously it's a Japanese movie. Widescreen, it's got behind the scenes, it's got some trailers. The Last Supper represents the first time a movie has been based on an original work by distinguished horror novel writer Kiyo Oishi. Oishi has also been successful with his novelizations such as movies as The Grudge and The Grudge 2. So I'll check that out. Next up is the Anarchist Cookbook. I just got this based off the title. I don't know nothing about it, but it's dangerously close to Animal House, which I don't see happening. Because Animal House was awesome. I still need to get that cool box that looks like the house. Puck and his friends. That's funny. The guy's name's Puck. Takes me back to when I used to watch The Real World from the first season. I don't watch it anymore, of course, but I don't even know if it's still on. I think it is. Anyway, it's about anarchists. It's called the Anarchist Cookbook. I got it based on that title. Next up is a very interesting little buy for $2. I knew nothing about the series, but I've seen other people talk about it, so I decided to go ahead and get it. And it's Men Behaving Badly Season 2. Don't tell me why this was $2. I don't know, but it's the complete second season. British TV show, the original UK series, it says. It just comes with outtakes, though, and preview of BBC hits. I decided to pick it up. I might watch like the first one, see if I can find the first one online or torrent it or something. But I just picked it up because it was cheap and people said it was funny and good, and I saw it on some people's, so I picked it up. Woo! That seemed like it took way longer than it should have. I have one more box. Those were the comedies that were on sale, and for some reason some horror got thrown in there by accident. Next box you're going to see, which is a box about the exact same fucking size, is going to be action DVDs that I bought. So stay tuned for that bundle of goodness. I was working as a waitress in a cocktail bar. That much was true. I bet you.